It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 8 of The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be talking about which leader will die first. Rick, Negan, King Ezekiel, or Maggie during all-out war. So this video contains some comic spoilers, so if you're not a comic reader or if you don't want to know about events in the comics during all out war, then I would advise you not to watch this video because it will spoil some things for you. So that being said, let's get right into this. So of course in the comics, none of these leaders died during all out war itself. At the end of the war, we have Rick, who is still alive, we have Negan, who is still alive, we have Maggie, who is still alive, and we have Ezekiel, who is still alive. But in the show, I think they might change things and have one of these main leaders die during all-out war. Now, who could that be? I think if they want to do that, it's safer for them to give that death to someone like King Ezekiel. I think for Rick, obviously they can't kill Rick off at the moment. Negan, I think there's a lot of comic stuff left for Negan that they want to bring to life in the show. So I don't think it's a great idea to change things and kill Negan. And then there is Maggie, who I think has a lot of material left for her as well. She just started to kind of gain this leadership position at the hilltop. So it's way too early at the end of the war to kill her off. So that leaves Ezekiel. So if they want to remix the story and have one main leader die during all that war, I think it's best to give it to someone like King Ezekiel. Now, obviously in the comics, like I said, King Ezekiel does not die. But if they want to shake things up a bit and remix things, they might change the story and have King Ezekiel die. Now, in the show, they have repeatedly kind of teased us about Ezekiel's death. The recent one was in the last episode when we had Gunther, who was that asshole savior who got split in half, say, "Your head on a spike will do just fine." That was a direct reference to King Ezekiel's death in the comics, and I did a separate video on that as well. But how surprising would it be if they don't go that route and change things up? So it would be kind of like a misdirect, having that direct reference in there. So none of the comic readers will see that coming for Ezekiel to die during all that war. And because of that, it would be very surprising and shocking. So there's two ways it could go. They could just stick with comic material and not kill any of the main leaders that we have, or they might change things and actually do kill a main leader like Ezekiel and have that scene in the show as a misdirect. Now there's obviously other leaders that we have that they can kill off, like Natania from Oceanside, like Jadis from the Scavengers, but I don't think they're big enough of leaders to be considered in this discussion. In my opinion, they definitely will kill Jadis off during all out war. She's not going to be in the show in season 9. Same thing goes for Natania. Now, we haven't seen the Oceanside and Natania come back into the war, which I will do a separate video on, just talking about Oceanside. But in terms of those two leaders, I definitely think they will die, but they're not big enough leaders to be considered in this discussion. So there's two ways it could go. They could remix the story and kill a main leader like Ezekiel, or they could just go with comic material and not kill any leader. I want to know everybody's opinions about this. Do you think they're gonna kill a main leader during all that war? And if they do, who do you think it's gonna be? That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.